We're looking for the motel.
Motel
We're
of our dreams.
We're looking for a motel.
Of our dreams. When I interviewed for producer and you know, they asked me about handling challenges and all that crap, I was like, well, you know, finding a motel is gonna be a pain in the ass.
He just thought I meant we needed a place to stay.
Yeah, probably.
So he's just like telling me where the motels are. So I think we should ask somewhere else.
The way that we found this wonderful, awesome location is we were on the T on the way back from one of our location scouts, and and Will was telling a story, and hopefully he'll tell the story for the camera because it's pretty funny, but long story short, it's about how ridiculous Scott Stapp, the former lead singer of Creed, is. And there was a guy on the T who it turned out was a former crackhead who wants to write movies and blah blah blah. He started talking to us and just, you know, in his crazy way, and so I immediately said to him, do you know where any motels are that we could use for a movie? And he told me about this place and how it's been closed down because of crack and prostitutes and all that happy stuff.
We are at the Ritz Motel in Quincy, and here at the Ritz Motel in Quincy, and we were here one time before, and we were hoping that someone's here because we haven't been able to get a hold of people that own this place. And this is a motel that was shut down for prostitution and drugs. There's no one here. We were here the first time and no one was here, but we got a number of a guy had a car with a thing, and he told us that his mother owned the place.
I couldn't get in touch with him at all, so finally last week I came back here and I went to John and said, look, I need this location. It's absolutely perfect for a movie.
I would call the building department.
The building
And the police department.
Okay.
And most of all, the police department.
Okay. Okay.
Because those are the two people that would give us a problem.
Why can't what?
Well, at least we know we can come back on the subway, and let's go to that other place. Oh yeah, so here's the deal. He just said that he talked to his mother, the woman that owns the place, Mrs. Bates, and she thinks that she's willing to let us do it, but she's nervous that if anyone turns on a light at any of these rooms, he said if it looks like even slightly as if someone is staying at the motel, the police show up immediately.
This lady wants like a written thing. Like she wants she wants proof that like they're not gonna bug us.
Because it would just be really convenient if we could lock it tomorrow afternoon, so we don't have to like run around and tell these other places as backup if we don't need them.
Right.
So okay, I'm gonna go and call the police department and I'll give you a call back and let you know what happened, okay?
All right, cool.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, we got one more time. We're gonna try blocking a little with them.
Okay.
And then so these two guys, these two can leave, and then whenever you're ready. What do we gotta do to prepare? It seemed like, okay, we've got a real good sense of this. It's only, you know, a 10-page script, so you can only do so much rehearsing. We really focused particularly on the big meat of the story, which is this scene between Gerald and Chuck, and that was looking like it was in really good shape when we finished rehearsal.
My book. It's by my Uncle Giuseppe.
What about it?
What does it matter? It's flying off the shelves.
Giuseppe, okay. All right.
I'm looking for someone. I know he's here. He wrote that fucking book. Where is he?
Brandon.
His shirt, so like we're gonna pour the blood in.
Wait,
It's gonna be this,
so
like,
wait, we just got the motel is what you're saying.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yes, we're rehearsing. You guys want to come over? Just come over, we'll do some shit. Stop. got it.
Got it. We got like a perfect location, everyone.
Thank you, sir. I'm giving you a hug. All this work's paid off for the movie. All right, so that's it. I mean, I don't even know when we have to block that. Right, but you gotta be dragged. All right, just bear with me. I think we need to have a rocket ship in the movie. I don't know where we can get one. Hi, I'm Will. Happy to have you all here. We're really excited about making this movie. And I can't stress enough that is not bullshit. This is gonna be fucking awesome. So it's gonna be like the most badass thing I've ever been involved in, hopefully that you've ever been involved in. And the way it's gonna be badass is if we all work together. It really is essential that we all make this thing happen, so. Yeah, we're going to the motel right now.
I was sort of thinking at first, like, oh wow, production design is going to be a piece of cake. You just have to make a disgusting motel.
Yeah, room number 12 out around the corner.
Do you think we can check that out?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna want to check out. You know, we might want to.
This place, you couldn't build this place if you had to build a set. If you had unlimited funds, this was the most perfect thing. They were so lucky to find it.
Yeah, I think we can get the desk out of there.
Okay.
If we get rid of the bed, we'll put it right here. You can look out this window, like. That'll be perfect.
You know, there's just a lot of things pointing me towards the theme of America, and so that's sort of what we did. The production design based on was like, how can we evoke sort of this timeless America on the edge of apocalypse?
This environment is perfect because it is hideous. This is the most disgusting place I have ever been.
Ben was all about trying to make not just color, but texture.
Sandpaper, Crisco, actual dirt.
Directing's a lot of tough work. Because when you're a director, everything, you have to be on top of everything. You've got to be in control, you've got to be commanding. And there's no time to like sit around, you know, it's always. And you know, this is crack time. This is Thursday, we're shooting tomorrow morning. And so, I mean, the stress is unbelievable. Like, I just got that done. I'm Jack Bauer. Today is the longest day of my life. It's Friday 12/09, December the 9th. And it's 7:30. We're leaving in 20 minutes for the Ritz Motel. As you might be able to see, it's snowing outside. We'd known that there was going to be a snowstorm, but we didn't really realize how much of a snowstorm it was going to be.
John had told us that, oh yeah, don't worry about it, it's gonna be fine, you know, the snow's not gonna be that bad, it doesn't hit Quincy that hard and whatever, and needless to say, John was wrong.
At least 10 deaths are blamed on slippery roads. Preliminary storm totals in the Northeast range from 6 to 10 inches. Pennsylvania and New Jersey got the worst.
See that we woke up to a bit of a surprise this morning. It was snowing, but that's okay. We're gonna still do what we need to do. It's just another thing that we have to take care of, but it's not a big deal. We should go very well. I'm very excited.
So, as we start setting up, we are waiting for people to arrive. Luis arrives, Todd arrives, and it's like, okay, things are starting to fall into place. We're waiting around for the camera. When the camera gets there, okay, that's off the list. I'm sitting around waiting, what can go wrong? And so the camera arrives, okay, that's good. The film isn't around, oh no, the film's arrived, okay, that's good. Where's the sound? Oh, someone forgot the sound, that arrives. And then we hear that Tommy is having second thoughts about coming to the set.
The uncle, the guy who murders the writer, was originally cast with a different actor.
So Doug pulls me aside and explains that Tommy's not coming and we have to go ahead and shoot. And he says, what do you think about John?
when something sort of just comes together in the creative process without anyone trying to do anything, they call it serendipity. There's no such thing. This was a brilliant creative solution that came about because it had to happen.
And he asked me, he said, do you think maybe you might want to do it? Well, I've never acted in my life. And I said, well, what do I get to lose?
You're a monster, how you think I never treated you right? Bam, bam. He goes, it's fiction. And it's just this money shot. Fuck fiction. And then you just finish him off. And so,
Fuck fiction.
Yeah! All right.
The star is fuck fiction.
Yes!
And the more you just talk to him, the more you realize that he's just absolutely insane. He's just fantastic. He's just full of life in every possible way you could think about it. We realized we couldn't go ahead with our plan because of the weather, and so George, was very quick on his feet and decided we should move the exteriors to Saturday night, and we were going to do everything inside because there was no hope outside. It was just awful. You couldn't even think. I'll never let go.
And one?
Yeah, Jack.
Pushing in onto Louise, sitting in a bathtub, covered in hair, talking on the phone where the cord's coming out the wall. It's gonna be pretty gross looking. He's using daylight right now. It's gonna hopefully look pretty dope.
It's fascinating to be around so many people who don't know what they can't do. You don't ever want to not be a beginner, because an expert knows there are really only a couple of things you can do. The beginner has no idea what his limitations are, and that's what's fascinating about doing this.
Okay, right now it is 6:32. The snow has stopped.
We just wrapped day one, and we're what?
We're 10 minutes behind. I think that's pretty good considering we had a blizzard.
And we can pick that up.
And we lost
And we can pick that up tomorrow.
actor and
With these guys, we can pick anything up.
It's a wrap. So we went from 3 hours behind to being 10 minutes behind.
Not bad.
Today's stormy beginning, ending sunny and bright.
Where did Ben sleep last night?
We're on day 2 on Solve the Moon. Very exciting. We have a really long day ahead of us, but we're very excited about it. We've got 5 exterior shots, and then basically we're going to spend about 2.5 hours to 3 hours setting up for our major night scene. That's where Gerald Brandy is actually murdered, and we're going to have lights all over the place. We're going to have things hanging from the roofs, and we're going to have our HMIs scattered throughout the parking lot, and we're going to have basically every light we have just pounding on this parking lot as Brandy gets like stabbed and poked and like prodded as much as he can. And everything's going really well. The production design team is rocking out right now. They're putting up the sign, as you can see, and it's very exciting. So I'm happy with everybody so far, and I think it's going to be a really good day. We're shooting a little ahead of schedule in regards to the fight scene, so hopefully we'll be able to wrap earlier in the evening. And then Sunday, if everything goes as planned, it's going to be an easy day. We got one major dialogue scene, which is 10 shots, and then we've got basically a lot of aesthetic scenes like the sun rising, the sun setting, and Luis just basically walking out of the hotel. So I mean, we're gonna be styling, so I'm happy. So that's my update for right now. Just come and see me in a couple hours and see how we are.
Saturday night was when we finally did do what we said was going to be the hardest. I think we had 40 shots, and there were only 80 shots that Larkin and I had designed in the movie, and we were going to do half of them in about a 6 or 8 hour span.
John was very incredible. He scared everyone in the room, which is exactly what we want. He had a little trouble with his lines at first, and then he nailed it, and we got 2 takes of really solid delivery. And I'm excited to work with him for the rest of the stuff because I don't know. I think he's always been Giuseppe. Maybe he was born for it. We're gonna find out. Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm in heaven right now because the shot we're about to do is the shot that I used to get the job as the director. It's the one I drew and like acted out, and it's the one it's always been the movie for me.
The shot from the inside of Giuseppe's car, looking out through the windshield, and a lot is going on. You can see the Salt in the Wound book on the dashboard. You can see the mirror, and you can see Giuseppe beating Gerald through, out of focus. And in the very background, I was hoping that you could see Chuck sitting on the bed. It was a little too much.
We're in the middle of the fight. We're starting it up in a couple minutes. We're doing reaction shots to get it out of the way before we have to do bloody stuff, so it'll make life easier.
And then he stands up and looks at you.
Then Giuseppe kind of throws it and then grabs him and then stabs him.
Yeah.
Just like that. Okay, that's the only thing I can think of to fix the problem. Because we shot it with him last night, so we can't get rid of it now.
So there's nothing like seeing something that was just an idea in your head and watching how, just the one shot, watch how it slowly goes from being just up here to being, suddenly I'm sitting watching it on the screen after we've got the footage.
This is the first time I'll ever be involved in an actual film, so this is like a dream come true. So I'm actually I'm living my dream. I'm in absolute heaven right now.
Yeah! Yes! Got him for the money, motherfucker! Yeah! All right, let me get those 2 words. Good game!
This is the shot that I've been waiting my whole life.
This set has been the best set I've ever been on by far. Everyone is just really going to keep their spirits high, and they work really hard, and they're getting their job done.
They think this is the most important thing they're going to do in Emerson, and they're not joking around at all. They're not coming here to have fun. They're coming here to work. And then I'm up there, walking around, in a bat mask, and they don't know what to do. And so by Saturday, you could see that people were starting to feel comfortable, and that was the most validating thing for me the entire shoot, was when I started to realize people were joining in and actually taking part in the fun. Sunday was the best because we had finished everything that was really going to be hard to do, and now it was just really kind of going to be smooth sailing. The real big scene in Sunday was the big scene of the movie, but it was all dialogue. So from a technical standpoint and a production standpoint, it was really easy to do.
If you sign the book right here.
Yep.
Hand it over to Louise.
This is day 3.
That's cool.
We've been working very steadily and very on time for the past couple hours. We just completed a sunset sunrise shot with the camera shooting at 6 frames per second. So that was interesting. It just took like 10 minutes to get what's going to end up being like probably 2 minutes worth of film. But it's going to look cool, and it's needed for the shot for the movie. So tonight we'll be doing our biggest dialogue scene. It's 4 pages worth of dialogue, and it's in one room. So things might get a little heated in there because it's just going to be dense. And then we're going to do 4 shots outside, and then we're wrapped. So I'm very excited. I'm psyched, and then we're going to get the equipment done tonight too, so I can sleep tomorrow. It's going to be great. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to be quiet on the set. We're going up for Jake, please. Got it? Yeah,
What happened? So it was very laid back, and by Sunday morning you could see that this crew had really come together and bonded.
child molestation.
Action!
How the fuck did these doors lock, for Christ's sake?
It's too bad FPS doesn't let us do checks, because that was money in the bank!
I don't know, it's just so much fun just hanging out.
Apparently these are cojones, so now I have them.
You got them!
And everyone was just having the time, I was having the time of my life. And by Sunday night, you know, you could start to feel this sense that people knew it was coming to an end and no one really wanted it to.
It's going really well, and just, you know, I like to give people like motivation for the during the scene, so I think your motivation for this should be chocolate flicks.
I just need some quiet on set for a little while, okay? Just a little while longer. We got one more outside here, and then two in the office. Really quick inserts, and then we are done. That's a wrap for John for the entire shoot.
Thank you so much, John.
This is unbelievable.
It's like a dream come true for you?
Well, you know, it's a dream I never knew I would have. You know, I mean, you know, lots of people dream of things in their lives, but they have these hidden ambitions, and this is one of those hidden ambitions that I never thought would come true. Right. You know, and it's really sweet when you can,
Jason, we need you to set up.
you know, open a box of candy and realize that it's everything you like.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap.
You reach the end of the shoot and still a ball hadn't been dropped. Like, we had our conflict with Tommy, but no one screwed up. Nothing went wrong, and it was just this kind of hard to process when I got back, you know, in my bed, and I like kind of trying to go to sleep, just thinking, did everything just go right?
Keep in touch, send pictures of Dougie.